So, can you see my screen?
We can. We see the notes view.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So let me just minimize myself. Okay. Hello, hi. I'm Atena, CEO and co-founder of Pocket Clinic, and we're presenting the next generation of smart injector for all kind of chronic disease patients who needs to inject medication continuously. But right now, our main focus is on diabetes. Did you know that 1 in 10 people suffer from diabetes? Life of some of them depends on injecting insulin, and still in this modern time, more than 70% of them self-inject this drug several times per day. Insulin is a treatment for almost 10% of them. It is not a cure. Although this is a lifesaver and keep them alive, it's not an easy drug to administer, and it causes overdose or underdose due to the poor management and cost. I have witnessed my loved one facing challenges in managing diabetes. You might as well. No person or caregiver is prepared for this chronic condition. Actually, handling its ups and downs is a full-time job. You may ask yourself, there should be a better way. Yes, there is. The insulin pump, which has been used for almost 30 years. And this is the newest technology that market offer that provides continuous treatment to improve quality of life for them. Although it provides better treatment, but it's a piece of hospital equipment, very complicated and expensive. And even this gold standard is only used by 30% of type 1 diabetes and less than 1% of type 2 diabetes patients. This is our goal, a high-tech device under your sleeve with a familiar user interface in your hand. No need to add extra devices in your pocket. This is Maria. She is insulin-dependent diabetes since she was 5. For most of her life, she tried to hide her disease and avoid injecting insulin in public or even among her friends. With our solution, she won't be overwhelmed because with a push of a button, she can control the amount of injection. She doesn't need to carry lots of stuff or be worried about the pump while taking shower or swimming. Our solution is invisible under the clothing, so she won't feel limited in fashion choices. This won't cost too much compared to her multi-daily injections. AI algorithms deliver personalized insulin dosing to her, and also she can share her status with family members and caregivers. MEMS technology has been utilized in this solution that gives us the ability to reduce significantly in size and price. We are presenting the first 7-day patch pump in the market. And this smart injector consists of 2 parts. The main pod, which is durable, rechargeable, secure, and reliable. And the second part is a disposable cartridge with different capacities. We use microneedle technology to minimize pain and improve patients' compliance. Single button press insertion make it easy to use. I will show you in a moment how much they can save in terms of money. Market research shows that still more than 70% of insulin-dependent diabetes don't have access to new technologies due to the high cost of the treatment, and they use syringes and multi-daily injections. Our innovative business model disrupts the multi-daily injection by making upfront investment much more manageable. Plus, the monthly subscription fee is designed to be affordable for everyone, no matter of their income level or insurance coverage. You won't need a new insurance code, and it's not only saving lives, but also save you money. We're excited about our projection over 5 years. We anticipate generating $10K in revenue per patient And this is game changer compared to the current solution, which costs a hefty $50K. The highly recurring streams of revenue generated from single-use cartridge sales, which drastically boost the valuation of our business. Additionally, the business will benefit from the repeat purchase of customers with new cartridges needing to be purchased on a regular basis. We are expecting to generate $17 million in revenue in 3 years. Besides cost, we also differentiated ourselves in many aspects, such as technology that we use results in more accurate dosing, extend time of variability that reduces plastic waste, and also the number of devices handling, and variable cartridge capacities, which makes us unique in this market. Our mission is to support young kids and teens with type 1 diabetes, along with elderly individuals dealing with type 2 diabetes. Many youngsters and adolescents face the challenge of needle-related anxiety, the burden of frequent daily injection, and the emotional stress associated with their condition. Indeed, caregivers also encounter challenges when it comes to monitoring elderly individuals and ensuring accurate dosing. We're bringing forth an affordable solution that you can comfortably wear for extended periods. To make this happen, we're teaming up with clinics and hospitals, making it easier to access through insurance and public health options. The global market for insulin pump devices is valued $15 billion by 2030. In SAM, this will reach $30 billion. We divided our SAM into multiple sums that address different regions with the highest population of diabetes patients, such as China, India, North America, and Latin American countries. Our current team is divided into sectors of engineering, medicine, and management. Our engineering team has various backgrounds in biomedical, electronic, and mechanical engineering with more than 10 years experience in this field. And our medical team has more than 14 years experience in type 1 diabetes management, making us expert in our field. We have support of our expert advisory board with more than 25 years experience in different field of business development to share their insight and help us grow. We believe it is difficult to grow solo. Therefore, I'm happy to share that we receive support from well-known incubators and universities and secure more than 100K grants here to develop a unique solution to solve a global problem. Our timeline outlines our goal to launch our product by 2026. This year, we are focusing on closing the seed round, finalizing our manufacturing design, and conducting benchtop tests. In 2024, our focus will shift to conducting 3 months of clinical trial for our 7-day cartridge, preparing for an FDA pre-submission, and securing our next round of investment, followed by FDA submission by the end of the year. Marketing efforts are scheduled for 2025 with the ultimate aim of product launch in 2026. We ask for $2 million to bring our solution to market. In order to accomplish our goal, this money will help us finalize the product, initiate the fabrication of our first batch, and get ready for regulatory processes. Also, and we are looking for a lead investor in this round. And at the end, diabetes don't choose their disease. Don't they deserve to choose their treatment? Thank you. I'm here to answer any questions.
Thanks, Atena.
Thank you.
All right, Stewart, you want to kick off the Q&A or the feedback?
You want me to stop sharing? Or no?
Sorry. Yeah, I would love to. That's awesome. And Atena, really well done. Polished, clean, and just want to say that the story was told in a very I specifically wrote down logical, confident delivery. So like very good job.
Thank you.
I guess one of the questions that pops into my head is when I think about insulin and diabetes, I do automatically think about the affordability issue, particularly down in the States, but not exclusive to that. And while I think this solution certainly improves convenience, accessibility, usage, I don't know if it addresses the cost of the actual drug itself. So is that a barrier to affordability? And what does that look like?
So it's a feedback, or I should answer? I don't know, because the last session it was just a feedback. I'm not sure whether I should answer.
Totally fair. Well, and we can go whichever way you like. So from a feedback lens, I would say if you could further clarify how the device does address that affordability, because I am concerned that the drug is still going to be expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So we are providing the device, but we are not filling it with insulin. They need to buy their insulin by themselves, because some regarding to insulin, there are different concerns. Some patients are sensitive to some of them and not to the others. So they need to buy the insulin, and they need to inject it to our cartridge. So this is going to be that, and they need to buy insulin. They cannot just say I won't buy it. It is of course expensive, but what we do, we help them just to reduce the price of the device, because this is another thing that will add to lots of money to the to their money that they need to cost to have the better treatment. So yeah, we don't provide insulin, but of course still buying insulin is a challenge for them.
Think of a second follow-up.
I'm sorry.
Shall we go to Feiran? Or sorry, Stewart, did you have another question?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Stewart. Thank you. That's a very good question. Thank you.
Yeah, Atena, great slides, very clean, easy to follow. So I have wrote down a couple of things. Maybe you can either think about adding into the talking points or leaving in the appendix. When I remember when we previous chat, I think there's some potential IPs here. So intellectual property definitely is something, even if you just filed, haven't granted, or for what kind of markets, I think investor will be highly interested to know that this is kind of your value proposition compared with other solutions in the market. Second thing, because we have the hardware. So this is definitely the piece they're gonna pick up on us. So the hardware, what is the status at the moment, manufacturing, supply chain setup, these type of information, you probably have them all. So you can either think about to mention that or add it somewhere. But just like typical stuff, like the hardware companies will be challenged on, especially you probably need to get ready on these pricing model or cost, that type of thing. And also third thing, because it's medical device, then FDA approval is definitely highly interested by these investors on the commercialization journey for the product. So I'm not sure if any other regulatory approval paths information for medical device. I'm assuming it's like class 2 FDA, right? So that type of information, I think you can elaborate a little bit. That would be very helpful. And then I wrote down the fundraising part. I know you mentioned about grants to start with. But I'm assuming as the co-founders, you've been bootstrapping the company quite a bit. So we can actually start with that just to show, the funders are really committed. It's been bootstrapping with the help of some government grants to give us some additional, to give us some base. Then we talk about we're raising for the 2 million diluted funds. And then if you can add information on the financial instruments, that would be great. If you have kind of some, because you mentioned already about 800 soft committed, then they probably will think that you already have somebody interested, then the potential terms is already identified, that either it's a safe or convertible notes or equity. So that information can be helpful. And the last little point, I just feel like we can have a little bit personal touch, because I know you and Amir has come from Brazil and have a very strong background. So so that's just something personally, I love it, because Peya did it a little bit last time during her presentation at the beginning. I just feel it's very appealing, like you know, to know about the founders' backgrounds, to know why you came up with this idea. Is that somebody in your family actually facing this type of challenge because they have diabetes? So because of your background, you have the knowledge and the capability to actually make it into a business to help other people suffering the same problem. So something like that, I feel like it's very, very touching for investors.
Yeah, that can be a powerful opener. Like, why do you care?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because my co-founder and I both come from families that diabetes runs in our family. And that's why I just touch a little bit that we actually witnessed our loved ones facing challenges in that, but it's just a little touch. Yeah, it would be a good idea for just expand it a little bit and elaborate on that, of course.
Yeah.
Myself bouncing in my seat. I didn't know that there was IP or that personal story. So yes, definitely full support. Add those in. That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry, Stu, because I know them
this is good.
well.
This is good.
Yeah, Feiran had actually Amir pitched several times. I think that's why she's so.
Yeah, so I
doing that. She's awesome.
Yeah, I just feel like because you've basically covered all the technical points in the typical slides. These personal touch or background added can be the color added on top of that. It just gives it more, touching points. And keep smiling.
Thank you.
Can I just pick up on one thing that Feiran brought up about the FDA approval? And I don't know if you need to talk to this, but from my understanding, that can take a long time. I mean, depending. So I don't know if that's something you want to, or if it's, you know, whether that helps or not, but just to say, you know, we expect this to take, and then what if it doesn't take? Like, what if it continues? How does that impact your timeline?
Yeah, of course, because we just initiate our talks with our FDA consultant. I definitely will ask them and just
that's actually could be a good point, because a lot of company we know they actually hire third-party experts on the FDA approval process, because it's just like very specific lengthy paperwork involved. So you can also mention that. You can say, we understand the whole FDA process. We actually already can emphasize that professor that you mentioned on the team slides, who was the FDA consultant or whatever, then who already made a strategic plan for us or timeline to hit the milestone that we've set up for FDA approval, FDA submission in 2024, I think, right?
Definitely.
Okay. And you have a bit of time, Peya, just, or
thank you.
Atena, you were 9 minutes in total.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was so
No,
fast.
no, it's fine. I'm just saying so to add a little more personnel up front, and this you've got, you know, you won't be over.
Perfect. I need to add more slides then.
It's the opposite of my problem.
Right.
I don't know how to be concise.
So,
that was awesome.
I'm going to stop recording so that we